What's up, everybody? Ebert42 here, back with some more Madden 19 MUT coin making tips. See the squad quick for you guys, and then the first thing we're gonna do this week and week 6 is look at some of our investments that we recommended previously, and we see how those have turned out. So the first set of cards I wanted to look at, get into the auction house here, do a little investing. We were looking at some stuff for series trophies, so just note John Madden's going for about $8.50. We'll get rid of this. We are going to look at the Hall of Fame program. I told you guys to invest in these Hall of Fame gold players when the packs were expiring. We can see if we take a look at buy now prices on these guys, they are super high right now. These are up around 17. Sure, no, actually, if we sorted more, we would not find anything else. So if you're trying to upgrade one of your Hall of Fame players, it is really expensive to do that right now. Back when I told you guys to invest in these, they were 7K. A lot of these are selling for 15K. That's what I've been seeing on MUT. We'll go take a look at that after our next one. Regardless, we've doubled our coins on these, so these are definitely something that if you did invest in, I would recommend selling. We never know when they might release more packs and upgrade Hall of Fame players. I don't anticipate that happening really before Christmas, but we can also turn in series trophies for these, so I really don't perceive these going any higher than 17 or maybe 20K, but yeah, I wouldn't be holding on to them anymore. I'd be selling them. If you have any of these guys in your binders, go ahead and hit the road with them. The other ones that I wanted to look at quick that did really well were these Gatorade players. So when I look at these, we will at least sort. Let's sort by golds. This is going to take all of the pardon me. It's going to take all the JJ Watts out of our search, but you can see that these are going for like 23, 24. What I was seeing on MUT for these was 22K, and when I told you guys to invest in these before the Gatorade packs went away, they were selling for 11K. So again, that's a awesome way to double your coins. If you bought 10 of these at 11K for 110K, you can now sell those for 220 or more. See, this one just sold for 223K, so you could get 230K out of that. You know, eat your 10% auction house tax and still make 100,000 coins, double up whatever coins that you invested into these. So both of those turned out really awesome. Another program I told you guys to invest in were the Rising Stars. Now, for these, the investments haven't been quite as good. We're going to take a look at all of these on MUT, but a lot of these cards didn't go up in price like I thought they would. I think that that is due to the fact that this program in and of itself is kind of flawed. All you really get out of it is a backup player that has a lot of chemistries on him. You know, Butta Baker's okay at strong safety. He's actually pretty good, but not a lot of the other players in this program have been that great. And by the time you have to buy, what is it? You have to upgrade them 5 times, and you need 2 of them per token, and 1 token per upgrade? It's like 10 of these things that you need. So it's like 150K to get one of these players, and they're 87 overall. But like, I'm pretty sure they become nat once you upgrade them, right? Because I don't see anything else on the auction house other than these base versions. You know, that one expired, so. Anyway, these haven't been the greatest investments. I wouldn't recommend investing in any more of these. What I am anticipating is for EA to release some sort of packs or program or solos or something further down the line to make these Rising Star cards more available. If they don't, I guess they might just keep them at this price point moving forward. It's still a good thing to dump your silver tokens into right when they release. They're still selling for like 20K plus sometimes. So it's a great way to turn your silver badges into coins. The last one I want to take a look at for you guys, and we're not going to see a whole lot on here for this, but it's power-up cards. So especially with like the Team of the Week predictions and some of the Team of the Week cards that we've seen, or promo cards, limited edition cards, so on and so forth, a lot of these power-up cards have been really good investments. It's really hard to predict which cards are going to be the good investments. But you can see as I scroll through these, there's some pretty decent names down here, not going for a whole lot of coins. So we're going to head over to MUT and we're going to go through most of these all again and show you what the prices are on MUT, and then we're going to talk about these power-up cards some more over there. Alright guys, so here we can see those Hall of Fame cards. They do say that they're selling for like 15, 16K-ish. I would say 16K on average. If we take a look at one of them, Terrell Davis here, it hasn't been updated for 23 minutes. I'll update it quick for you guys. You see, this is back when I told you to invest in them. They're down at like 7K, under 8K for sure in this price range. As soon as they went out packs, they started climbing up. We've seen some spiking and some different behaviors since then, but 16K is not a bad investment at all. We could have sold these, it looks like the beginning of September. They've been at this 15 to 16K range since then. I do believe I told you to sell these earlier, but this was a really good investment. It's a great way to double your coins. Any investment you can double your coins on is a phenomenal thing. Next one were the Gatorade players. So we can look at some of these guys in the middle range here. You can see that they are going for 20, 21, 22. If we take a look specifically at Cam Newton, again, this is when I told you to invest in these guys. They were hovering around 15K and they went down a lot towards the end of the promo when the packs were out. We can see there's a couple different dips for them. This is when I told you guys to invest in them, and they've done nothing but climb since then. If we want to verify that, take a look at Watt for you guys here. Click on his prices. And again, it's the same thing. He was down at 11.5 and it's just been climbing since then. Rising Stars, these guys have been hit and miss. If we take a look at one of the early ones, I believe Chris Carson and Cooper Kupp were the first two. They've been out for a while. They're going to have the most price history. And there's opportunities to make coins here for sure. So if we invested in these when they were down at like 10K and then we just got rid of them when they were at like 15 or 16, which is kind of what they're at right now, we can make some coins off of that. If we look at Chris Carson, again, there's a lot of jumping around in here. So, there's some points where he's down at 10K and there's some points where he's up above 15K. There are coins to be made in that, but it's not a lot. These graphs don't look like these graphs. This is what we like to see, steady growth in one direction for sure. This is not something that I would like to invest in. This is something that you can maybe do some short flips in, like if we could buy a bunch of these on Saturday when the market's down. Maybe Rising Stars are in packs a lot and more impacted by the market fluctuations. So when a lot of people are opening packs over the weekend, we can see Friday here they go down, Saturday here they go down. This is also a Friday, so these are low points on these cards. And then it's probably going to be Thursdays, Tuesdays, weekdays, Monday, Tuesday is going up here. So, depending on where we're at in the week, these things do go up, and we could potentially make some money off of some quick flips on these. Alright, so we're going to clear some of these tabs out. And we are going to take a look at power-ups. When Ultimate Kickoff came out, Antonio Brown got an upgrade. A lot of people got his core 89 card when they bought the game, and his original power-up card was really expensive at the beginning of the game. This was one of the first cards I told you guys to invest in one of my first videos. I don't even know if I put a YouTube video up for it or if it was just a Twitch one that I did for you guys. But these went way up, and then once enough people got them, they kind of came back down to a reasonable range. They were on a huge decline at the beginning of September, and then when the Ultimate Kickoff program hit, these things shot way up. So you can see they doubled in price in one day. So all of those investments that we were making in Hall of Fame and Gatorade, and we were waiting a couple weeks to see returns on that, these power-up cards, we're going to see a lot more stuff like this, where they're just going to be at a price and all of a sudden just boom, skyrocket. So there's a lot of coins to be made off of these if you can speculate properly. That's going to be the big caveat here, is it's not as guaranteed with these. If you spend 100K on a bunch of power-ups, you're not guaranteed to get double that 100K back like the other programs that I was telling you to invest in. So let's take a look at Miles Jack. He had a card come out, what was it, yesterday, for Team of the Week. So if we scroll down and look at his, bam, same thing. Now on his, we see prices start going up all weekend long. This, I would think, is due to speculation on who the Team of the Week players were going to be. So we see it's starting to come back down, but he hit, and he probably hit, and it just kept going up after he hit. If we take a look at Harrison Smith, again, he was a big speculation to potentially have a Team of the Week card because of the week that he had in the NFL. So we can see his card started going up in price. It went way up on Sunday when he had such a phenomenal game. And then he didn't get a Team of the Week card, and this came back down. So what can we take out of that? Well, if we get rid of this and we do all the cards that are under 1800 only, these are going to be the guys that you're going to want to speculate on. I would go out right now. I mean, Richard Sherman's on here. This is probably a pretty good card. J.J. Watt's power up is really low, although he got a Gatorade card, so I wouldn't recommend that. Demaryius Thomas, Leonard Fournette, Mike Evans, we've seen be a huge name in Madden previously. Chris Harris Jr. is really cheap. We've seen some really broken things out of some of the cornerbacks in Denver, especially this card last season. We've got David DeCastro, the right guard, is really cheap. Sean Lee sometimes is a popular card. Some of these linemen, especially if there's right tackles on this list, I would snatch those up. But I would just go through here and then, maybe pick out 10 of these and buy 2 of each of them. You're going to tie up a couple 100,000 coins in that, but, well, hang on, if they're only 1,000 each, it would be 10,000 for 10 of them. So we could even do more of that. You could pick out 5 of them and buy 4 of each or something like that. I think the caveat here is that you're going to want to buy multiples. You're going to want to have like 5 of whatever ones you buy, because you're probably going to pick 4 or 5 different players, and you're probably only going to hit on 1 or 2 of those throughout the next month or 2. So ideally, when you hit on a player, that'll pay for all of the power-ups that you've bought, and then if you hit on another one, that's all profit. Again, we saw these cards like significantly skyrocket in price from 1,000 to 6,500. So that's like a 600% gain on your investment for that. These Miles Jacks went up to 10K. Potentially, we could just look at investing in these during the week for some of these players I was pointing at that are cheap. And then if these players do well on Sundays and speculation hits and the prices start going up, we could sell them right then and make a ton of coins off of it and not even wait for Team of the Week and seeing if the card comes out or not. Just put those coins in your pocket and walk away from the cards. As always, thanks for stopping by, guys. Make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed the content, and smash the subscribe button if you want to know when I'm coming out with more videos. Give me a follow on Twitter at Ebert_42. Come check me out live at twitch.tv/Ebert42 on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. As always, big hearts. Thanks for stopping by, and we will catch you guys next time.